Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crafted Creations. Today we're going to take a look at Wave 2 of the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 series. First we're going to go ahead and open up this Goblin Queen figure. And first look, she looks pretty good. Nice sculpt. Hasbro definitely took my advice from the last wave and started putting tape over these hands so they don't fly out of the package when you open them. Head sculpt looks really nice. We've got this little baby cable here. Not entirely thrilled with the plastic cape. I can tell this thing's going to be a pain in the butt to stand on the shelf. Also, the heels, that's going to make it incredibly difficult to put this thing on a shelf without a figure stand. Articulation's pretty good, no butterfly joints, but she does have some good rotation on the arms. Bicep swivel, double elbows. She's also got double knees, thigh swivel as well. Pretty good range of motion there, but yeah, I can tell with the weight of the sculpted plastic cape, this thing's just going to be a nightmare to try to stand on her own. Yeah, the cape also gets in the way quite a bit when you're trying to stand or put her in poses, so we'll see how this thing does. Up next, we've got personal favorite here, Cyclops. This might be the best figure of the entire line so far. It's definitely close between this, Wolverine, and Rogue. Nightcrawler, honorable mention. We'll get to him here in a little bit. Once again, thank you for taping the hands this wave, Hasbro. Cyclops does come with a lot of accessories. You can see here he does have butterfly joints, bicep swivel. He's also got some overlays on the gloves, so be careful when you pull the alternate hands off that those don't come flying off. With the ab crunch too, very nice job on the sculpting with his bandolier. Doesn't really get in the way. He's got a very nice range of motion. With the legs, he does have boot swivel, thigh swivel, double knees, along with the double elbows. Very cool figure. He makes up for what some of the figures are lacking in accessories with the alternate hands and the alternate head with the optic blast. We'll go ahead and try that out for size here. Oh yeah, this thing's awesome. Really, really cool figure. Reminds me of the old Marvel vs. Capcom days, playing that in the arcades against my big brother. Cyclops was always one of my mains, so this is awesome to get on the shelf here. Next up, we've got Nightcrawler. This is a really cool figure. I can already see he's got some great articulation. Just the alternate hands and alternate head with him. But yeah, this Nightcrawler figure is really, really cool. He does have bicep swivel, double elbows. He's got the hinge and rocker on the hands, but this one does have waist swivel along with the ab crunch. Being one of the more acrobatic figures, that'll definitely go a long way with the posability. Double knees and thigh swivel as well, and pretty good range of motion on the feet. The tail does not bend. It is a very soft plastic rubber. I imagine you could probably get this to hold different positions if you were to soak it in some hot boiling water and then flash it in an ice bath. That'll usually get the plastic to hold in place. It does twirl around, so you can get the tail pointing up or down depending on how you want to pose him. This is a really cool figure. I like this shading on the head there. Kind of makes him look like he's lurking in the shadows. Next, we've got Magneto in his Uncanny X-Men 200 costume, as seen in episode 2 of the recently released X-Men 97 series. Magneto also just comes with alternate hands and an alternate angry head. I may use this alternate head either to put on the Wave 1 Magneto, or as I joke around, to make a very nice Christopher Lambert Raiden custom from the Mortal Kombat movie. The likeness on this is eerily similar to Chris Lambert's. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try and see if this head fits on the Wave 1, because I would very much like a maskless head to go on this figure as well. And yeah, you do have to push it down a little bit to get the ball joint to rest in place without making the neck look too crazy long, but that fits perfectly. I think I'm probably going to go with the normal head as an alternate for Magneto and put on the shelf here. And next one we'll take a look at here is the Executioner. And in the series, he's one of the bad guys in episode 2, spoiler alert. He comes with a ton of accessories, definitely making up for some of the other figures. Here he's got the Sentinel Tech Blaster, it looks like a Mega Man Mega Buster. Sculpted scarf over the shoulder here. Now the hand placement in the gun's a little tough, so you're going to have to pry that hand open in order to get him to hold the gun pretty well. It's a very awkward shape, but with a little work you'll be able to get it. He does not have butterfly joints, does have the bicep swivel, double elbow, double knees, thigh swivel, fairly good range of motion on the ankles. The little plastic cover here is just keeping the tip on the gun from getting bent, so I'm going to keep that on there. And finally we've got Jean Grey. This was one of the last figures to come in. Thank you very much for the Collectors Helping Collectors thread and Twitter. Tom hooked me up with this one last minute, just in time to get this video out. This is a great looking figure. Pretty good articulation. She doesn't have the butterfly joints, but the double elbows, she really gets pretty good range of motion on there. And the shoulder pads are actually an overlay that fit along the peg on the inside. So that doesn't get in the way of the range of motion on the shoulders as well. With the legs, she's got thigh swivel, double knees, and typical articulation in the ankles. Let's go ahead and try this out with the alternate hands here. I do want to call out the sculpting detail here on the wrists. This is something that I wish they would do more of, especially on Spider-Man figures and the elbows. On the outside of the hand, they matched up the joint on the wrists so that it disguises in with the hand on the outside. I get that you couldn't really do it on the underside to make it flesh tone without making it a two-part mold, but very nice job on the sculpting detail on the costume here. The color looks a little off. I think there's a little too much yellow in this. Looks a little brighter than Jean's costume looks like in the animated series, but overall really solid figure. Let's take a look here at a couple pictures of the Goblin Queen here on the shelf. There she is with little baby Cable. Here we've got Scott Summers, Cyclops. Another look there with the alternate head firing the optic blast. And here we have Nightcrawler. There he is in a more acrobatic pose. Just gonna do one picture of Magneto. This is a pretty basic figure. We already saw the alternate head on there earlier. And here is the Executioner. And last, we'll go ahead and take a quick look at Jean. Well, there you have it, folks. Wave 2 of the X-Men 97 figures. I hope you like this video. If you want to see more, please go ahead and follow the channel. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you'd like to see more from us. And as always, stay crafty.